inside mommy's belly for a long time. And then you came out.
It came out.
Yeah, you came out of mommy's tummy.
I can't. Sure.
How much was our dad involved in this whole process?
Move your car filter.
I planned my baby, so I knew going into it all what the sacrifices would be, but I couldn't fathom how they would feel.
My birth video. Did you never saw it?
Where is she sitting down? He said, I can't.
Having to choose, do I let her be home with somebody else and play? Or do I bring all the toys to the studio? Or what's best for her versus what do I want for me?
Andrea! Hi there! You taking a shower?
And I brought her to a lot of the sessions, the majority of the sessions, and it was just really fun to be able to see how much she was in awe of everything that was going on and how curious she was around the studio. Having a child just changes you. Everything that ever mattered shifts. I'm able to love deeper because of my daughter. I'm able to have more compassion because of my daughter. I'm able to always see what I need to work on about myself because of my daughter. And it affects my romantic relationships because if you don't make me happy, you don't make me joyful or peaceful, any of those, positive things, and I'm unable to be my best version of myself, to be a good mom. I have to make sure that whatever I'm around, friends, lovers, industry things, my job, anything, that's always failing me so that I can feel her. And so she basically affects every single area of my life. It's all I'm just revolving around her. So.
Keep singing, Bree. Come sing to me.
They just walk us through how they make the wine.
Baby, you look cute.
Thank you.
You drinking.
Yeah, it's a little hot, it's a little warm in here.
Do you think you know you're in love?
I think I thought I loved a lot of people, but in reality I was like, no, I can change them, or I can save them. That's not love.
Right.
Till the end I was like, yeah, this is greater than the last, but I thought that meant that it was love, just because it was better than before.
Right.
But I've been just working my way.
I think every life experience, every encounter with another human being helps you understand what your real sense of love is.
Yeah.
Every single bit.
I feel like I've been involved with so many people and I've never came quite close to what I felt like when I was in love,
Now I'm just focused on actually creating meaningful bonds instead of just collecting folks.
Once I unlocked the code that I wasn't loving from the place that I thought that I was when I was dating all genders, and that when I started exclusively dating women, and that just made everything so much deeper and more intense, it definitely reflected in the music because I'm listening back to the love songs in these and I'm saying some insanely really deeply romantic stuff, not just oh my god I love you so much, da, 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 da. It's I want to melt inside of you type thing. My girlfriend's telling me right now she can't wait to be 30 with me. What a sexy compliment. I feel like my favorite song changes all the time because I feel like my favorite songs are also at the moment based on what I'm feeling the most. Right now, my favorite song is Melts. But I think that's always been kind of my favorite song. It's just nice.
Imagine your breath follow your chest up and down, hoping you let secrets spill out your mouth.
I really wanted to describe that feeling of when, like, you know, when somebody's like, oh, I just want to live in your skin. Like, you're so close with someone that you literally can't even embrace each other any tighter, or else you're just gonna, you know, melt into one person. And it was just describing that kind of like peak physical part. Like, this is the moment when I melt into you, and I can't really get any closer in this.
I was idealizing how I felt. And now that I kind of feel like I actually am feeling the love that I wrote about, it's like actually like manifested. So now when I hear Melt, it's completely different than how I heard Melt when I made it even, or how I made Melt. So yeah, it's different.
Oh, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. I thought it was on fire.
How did this song Get Me Started come about first?
This was one of the only songs that we kept from the original Blue Water. Well, before it was Blue Water Road, it was the deluxe week-long house studio writing camp. And I cut it, and then I just remember being like, this is so sexy. I need someone who has a sexy voice, who's willing to come from the same perspective as me. And I was like, duh, fucking sick. It was cool working in the studio with a woman who was singing about women versus like being in the studio and I'm gonna sing the part about girls and they might sing the part about guys, and then we like figure out how that works out. And it was just perfect to me. Like, I couldn't have asked for a more flawless session. I work with so many people, and I've heard people audibly say to me like, oh man, this is so different than like other camps I've worked with or other teams I work with. And that doesn't just speak to me, that speaks to like every single person. I feel like we all have curated such a safe for critique, safe for hard work, safe for, you know, shit like that, but also safe to like really enjoy what the fuck we're working on.
I'm attracted to her. I gotta ask him. What?
I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never actually met a team that has this kind of dynamic that is a mixture of play and work. Cultivate a space around you that's this that we're talking about. It's different, it's just different. And it's not easy to be like that with people when you have shit flying at you from all angles. And I think above anything, I really have a lot of respect for you.
What about you, Gabe?
What? I'm working. Next.
We finna talk to Gabe, y'all. Yeah.
What it's like working with Kaylani? She calls you a girl when you a grown ass man.
You love me.
I do, but you are just one of the people in my life that I feel like everything that you say to me and about me, you mean it, and I feel like I can fully trust you with any and everything. I feel like if I came to you and I said, I don't want to be a videographer no more, I want to go sell cars, you're not going to think about the fact that, you know, now I got to find a new videographer, or now I got to figure out how I'm going to get all this shit captured, because your first thought is going to be like, all right, well, let's figure out how we going to do this together.
It's so good. Sushi.
It's the cross eyes for me, John.
Love you.
Oh, shit. Man, that got me.
Whoo! You see it? Shit.
I will throw his head. Okay.
I love y'all.
We love you.
I'm done crying.
I'm glad I made drinks for everybody.
Jesus Murphy. My entire career has been love songs or heartbreak songs or you know, it all goes back to love, but I will always stand by the idea that love is the most universal emotion there is, and you can never stop writing about it. You never have to try to write about anything else, because everyone knows what that feels like in some way, shape, or form, whether it's lack of love or having a love, or being broken from a love, or repairing yourself from love, or falling in love. Whatever it is, it always connects back to that. So you can make 1,000 paintings of it and no one painting will be the same. You can make 1,000 love songs and no one love song will be the same as the other, you know? So I'm not tired of writing about it. Hopefully people aren't tired of hearing about it from me.